Good morning, pals. It's Brutal Rob Hands. I told you I'd be back with the part two, and this is part two of Brutal Rob Hands reviews mega matches. It wasn't called mega tape, it was called mega matches. Bruti reviews mega matches part two because I got interrupted while doing part one yesterday. And I just finished watching the whole show this morning. Don't mind the hair. I haven't been to the magical shower device yet. I also did this so everybody that I talk to, that I tell, you should see me in the morning. I walk around my house looking like I'm Big Bird. Well, here's the frickin' proof. All right, so where did I leave you guys off yesterday? I left you guys off with the guy that scared me as a kid because he looked like he could beat my dad up and he was only 26. That's John Tenta. John Tenta versus Tito Santana. Now, I actually have this match playing on my SOS phone. So, like I said, I watched 42 minutes of the show yesterday. I watched 42 minutes of the show today. And then I let the other 20 minutes play in the background while I finished up my non-running back and forth in my living room like a prison inmate in a cell workout. So last yesterday, I left you guys off with Tito Santana flat on his back. He's not there right now. In fact, I might skim through here. We're almost there. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Oh yeah, there we go. Big earthquake slam. So yeah, a big earthquake slam. You can't see it. I can see it. Big earthquake elbow. And now he's going to start doing the stomps. Here he's stomping. He's stomping like a 26-year-old, 46-year-old only can. And here comes Tugboat. Another man, he's probably like not in his 30s, but looks like, he's pushing 45 here. So Tugboat runs in. This is where I left you guys off yesterday. Tugboat runs in, calls a blatant disqualification, and all of a sudden a member of the Canadian Mafia gets in the ring. That's Dino Bravo. To even the odds, because, it is 2-on-1. It's Tito and Tugboat beating up on a 26-year-old kid. Funny thing is, Tito's the youngest looking person in the ring, and he's probably the oldest here. Oh, big shots. Non-Italian mobster Dino Bravo. Oh, Tito Santana does an Andre the Giant type move. Now, that's going to be a theme of mega tapes. It's not mega tape, you freaking idiot. That's going to be the theme of mega matches outside of the theme that everything gets bigger every time it cuts to Sean Mooney in the control center. This is going to be a theme here of what is happening right now. So let's go ahead and go to, Rhythm and Blues come out for some reason too to help out. So, Rhythm and Blues adds the numbers for the bad guys, but all of a sudden here comes America's second favorite babyface at this point, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, to clear the ring. And the hacker, as he called himself on his podcast with Sean Moon, he clears the ring with the 2x4, and we'll move on to the next match, which will be really quick. The next match is more of a segment. It's Bobby the Brain Heenan, my favorite, one of my favorites, my favorite, versus the Big Boss Man. This isn't really a match per se. Bobby Heenan comes out, tells the Big Boss Man, not out there, but he tells the Big Boss Man. I guess eventually he does come out. He goes on this whole spiel telling the Boss Man, hey, I'm sorry, what I said about your mama was wrong. Trust me, I know, you don't talk about someone's mama. I've gotten her a dozen red roses, some chocolates. She wants to talk to you on the phone to let you know that I've apologized and I'm all good. And this is the best part, you need to go back to the back. There's a phone in the back by the van. Like, what? Why is there a van and a phone hanging out in the back? Is this like, what is going on? I guess it's the 80s and the 90s. I don't know. More begging off from the Brain. He eventually strikes the Big Boss Man with the microphone he's begging off with. Boss Man's like, ah! Law and order, baby. Punch to the gut, punch to the back, foot on the throat, and the bell rings. And just to make sure that the theme of this tape is sticking with the theme of this tape so far, after the match ends, here comes Mr. Perfect, of course, choking Boss Man with the perfect towel, giving him some perfect punches, and gets whipped, reverses, gets that big boot sell. Perfectly sells a big boot, perfectly gets thrown out of the ring, and perfectly runs away to the back. Are you starting to see a theme with the matches on this show? That brings us to match 3. Now, this is Sergeant Slaughter with General Adnan, who's the Iron Sheik. You know, you don't have to be born in 1991 to understand that that was not a good storyline they were telling. You know, I think that's one of the reasons Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior really stole the show, outside of it being a great match. Personally, little tidbit and fact about the Bruti Man here. My all-time favorite wrestling match, from not bell to bell, but from entrance to entrance, match, post-match, exit, is Ultimate Warrior Macho Man from WrestleMania 7. Hands down. For me. And I also think, you know, there's a very tasteless storyline in the main event that maybe made that match stand out for a lot of people. So anyways, it's Sergeant Slaughter accompanied by General Adnan versus who we've already mentioned, who's already made a run-in earlier in this mega matches tape, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, I mean, do I really need to go blow by blow and recap this match? It's Sergeant Slaughter versus Jim Duggan in 1990-ish, 1-ish. Like, yeah, there's going to be some big, wacky, why is this guy who's almost 300 pounds flying around the ring and taking these bumps? Because he's awesome, that's why. A couple of stomps. General Adnan's going to get involved. Hacksaw Jim Duggan's going to sell shit weird and not fall down awkwardly. I mean, it's the match. You got the match right here. Don't got to go blow by blow, but let's see if we have a theme. Let's see if our theme sticks. Let's see if our theme sticks through this. Big back body drop. I mean, General Adnan lurking around. I got a feeling that the theme of our video here is gonna... Yes, it is. General Adnan grabs the foot and runs. Look at Iron Sheik. Look at him taking off. Look at the spryness he had back then. Oh, wait, that isn't... Unless that's... I'm sorry. That's Colonel Mustafa was Iron Sheik. General Adnan was an older wrestler. But yeah, either way, whether it was whoever it was, grabbed the foot of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He chased after them. That's what made it throw off. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's different people out there, because that guy was sprinting away from Hacksaw. Hacksaw gets counted out, so it's not necessarily... Kind of keeps with the theme of our video so far. Of, you know, just random stuff happening after all of these matches on this Mega Matches tape. Like I said, did this video come from a video store on Long Island? If I get names of wrestlers wrong, I'm sorry. I mean, the title of this video is Bruti's gonna get in his procrastination chair and watch Mega Matches. Review Mega Matches. I can review and watch parts today because I haven't gone to work yet. But I will. I need to text my friend good morning and hope they have a good day too. You know, I got life responsibilities to do that's outside of talking to my phone and watching wrestling from 25 years ago. My hair's awesome. All right, so anyways, let's what do we got? Probably got time for another match here. 13 minutes into the video. I'm trying to do like a 20 minute video here. So like, let's probably do one more match. And then wish me luck that I can take a shower, plumbing. I mean, I can take a shower, but just comfortably. Gotta wash the Kevin Green hair. And yeah. Then I'll go like, go out and make some money. So like, I'll have somewhere to keep my procrastination chair. It's like just paid my auto insurance. So now I gotta make sure I have somewhere to keep my procrastination chair. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, now that my e-begging's out of the way. Ooh, I stole that from someone, that phrase. Whatever, he does good work. All right, so we're going to move on to the last match I'm going to talk about today. And that is, it's a short one too. And actually, it's the one match that doesn't stick with the theme of our show so far. The theme of this tape, our show. The theme of this Mega Matches tape. The other theme in this tape is every time it cuts to Sean Mooney in the control center, things get bigger and bigger, which, like, I think that's a great corny 90s WWF touch. So we got the Barbarian in full Barbarian regalia against Bret the Hitman Hart in about 95% full Hitman regalia, because he's given out the sunglasses, but he's got the singlet with the one heart like on his stomach. You know what I mean? He's not ripping off Mr. Perfect Singlet Bret Hart yet. And he's not quite yet making Ric Flair tap out Bret Hart yet. And yeah, so that means he's not, beating his Bruti. All the Bret Hart stuff. All right, now, speaking about Bret Hart stuff, none of it's happening because he's just getting pummeled by the Barbarian. And this is quick. It's a Bret Hart match with the Barbarian. And obviously, if you were a kid in the 90s, you had to pick a side on a lot of things, Were you a punk rocker? Were you a ska person? Were you East Coast? Were you West Coast? Were you a Northerner? Were you a Southerner? Are you a Crip? Are you a Blood? Do you like Power Rangers or do you like Beetleborgs? You had to pick a side. And for me, in my crew, in my group of friends, which was nobody, you had to pick a side. And that side was Bret versus Shawn. And I never picked a side. Because I was too busy popping off a Repo Man. Give me some Mantar. But all jokes aside, as all serious as all those beefs were that I mentioned, the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, which side you're on beef was just as important. And so I don't try to be too critical on either one. I enjoy things about them. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you how to build a watch sort of way, is I like Bret Hart, but there's some things that make me mad about him. And you know what? I'm a nobody that literally, in the scheme of a Bret Hart, I'm a damn ant. Even though I'm huge, but still, in the scheme of things. So I'm 100% aware that I can be totally out of pocket saying this. But, it's my phone, my channel. It is 2025, so, I don't think I'm going to hurt or do anything. I don't think I'm going to have any, I don't think this is going to negatively affect anybody by me saying this. Why does Bret Hart wrestle guys that are much bigger than him and give them a backbreaker or a slam or a pile driver and not build to it the whole match? Goddamn, man, I get it. You can pick Diesel up and do a move to Diesel. But, how about you tell the story of you trying to do that move to Diesel the whole goddamn time? Now, like I said, I could be totally out of pocket by trying to tell someone like Bret Hart how he should have wrestling psychology. Maybe I could be totally in pocket. Maybe what is the pocket? All right. And after I've gone on a lot of people have rants about Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels. That was my rant about Bret Hart. And in the time that I did that rant, the match is over. In fact, if you've ever watched one of those compilation videos of Bret Hart doing sneaky finishes, it was the sneaky finish. Barbarian, doing his Barbarian thing with, while he's TB and Bret Hart. And Bret Hart's like, I don't want to be TB'd. I don't know if that's, I don't think I can say that on YouTube, you know. I might have to boop, boop, or whatever, you know. But yeah, I don't want to get TB'd. And Bret Hart's, stop TBing me. And that was it. So yeah, we're at 20 minutes, 25 seconds. That was Bruti sits in his procrastination chair before work and gets blank and reviews WWF Mega Matches Part 2. We'll get to Part 3, which soon. That'll be me talking about Dino Bravo versus Hulk Hogan, which definitely sticks with the theme of the video so far. Hillbilly Jim expose. I don't know if that's the correct word. A 20-plus minute Davey Boy Smith Haku match that was joined in progress. And then 2 Macho Man matches. But that's part 3. I got to go make some money. I got to go get myself clean. Brush my hair. Try not to look mean. Bye.